back with an update to the Brighter Broker realty application for Salesforce. Today I did do a trigger for a validation rule, and it started out just matching the name. So if someone was entering a new property address, it would just match the name of that property to an existing property in the database. And I decided to go ahead and utilize the GetLevenschteinDistance method in order to kind of fuzzy match the name. I felt that would provide a little bit more value to the user, and also let them know instantly who owns the existing property. That way they can reach out to them and resolve anything. So basically, it's a trigger that exists on the property record. I created a map in order to store any properties from the query. So I just did a property query where I grabbed the name, the ID, the owner first name and owner last name from the property. And I'll definitely have to filter this a little bit more once it goes into production, but for right now it works just fine for testing. I'll probably end up filtering on a certain zip code or the owner's or some other value. Just haven't figured that out exactly yet, to keep it efficient, because this is within a trigger, and they tell us don't do this logic inside the trigger, but we know everybody does. As long as it's done properly, it works out fine. So we went ahead and added that query to a map, and then we're going to loop over the trigger. So here is the property record and the trigger, and we're also going to loop over the map, and we're going to match. We're going to check and see if the property name, we're going to use the property name for the property within the within the trigger, and we're going to match it against those in the map, which was from the query. And we're going to do the GetLevenschteinDistance method that's built in from Salesforce on that in order to do a fuzzy match. And I use a value of 5. I'm definitely going to create another method in order to get the best Levenstein distance. That's something I'm going to work on, because I can see a use for it in multiple applications within this application, where we're going to need to get the best Levenstein distance to use. And remember that the Levenstein distance is basically just the number of operations in order to get two strings to be equal. So if we have 101 Avon Drive and we have 101 Avon Drive with DR, that's 3 operations, because you're removing 3 letters from the word drive. And we know real estate data is messy, and that's the reason why we need to do this. And it's also a little bit kind of fun if you're weird like me. So let's go ahead and try this in action. We have a property here, 626 Jennifer Lane. This is in Aberdeen, Maryland. And as you can probably guess, I'm going to take and try to create a new one from 626 Jennifer and just LN. But first thing I'm going to do is refresh this property. And I also added this modal to prevent people from keep hitting the button, the lightning component button, because if they keep hitting it, it's going to keep making API requests. So let's go ahead and do that and refresh this and check the status of this property. It's probably sold, because I know the last time I did this, it was an active listing. Oh, it says pending, so it's under contract right now. And there's some owner information there, no errors. So let's go ahead and try to create another one, 626 Jennifer LN, and see what happens. So 626 Jennifer, and we're just going to do LN. Remember, the spelling of the other property was LANE. And so let's go ahead and try to save this. And we got the error. So it says property already exists with the name 626 Jennifer Lane, and owner which is me. I'm the only user in this org, but it will provide the owner's name as well, and that way they can resolve that internally. So, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this validation rule via a trigger utilizing the GetLevenschteinDistance method. And also, I hope you guys had a wonderful President's Day weekend and President's Day. And if you're in Maryland, I guess you probably enjoyed this beautiful weather like I did. It was a little cloudy today, but overall, it was gorgeous. So back to work tomorrow, but let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to comment on here, and talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.